Hey guys, we wanted to give you a quick update on our coffee resting project. To remind you, we are doing an experiment to see when our coffee flavor peaks after roasting and when it starts to drop off, to see how long our coffee lasts and tastes good and when you should be brewing it. It's still early days. We've only done one cupping so far, but we did get an interesting comment on YouTube which we wanted to reply to. This sounds like a really difficult experiment because with this design, you're relying on your memory of last week's cupping. But I guess it's also impossible to get a consistent set of rows from the previous 12 weeks. Can't wait to hear what you find. This is a really good point. And we spent a long time figuring out how we were going to design this experiment because when it comes to coffee, it's impossible almost to have a control. Our roasting changes over time, especially as the weather changes. So over the next 3 months, the weather's hopefully going to get warmer and our roast profiles will tweak slightly, ever so slightly over that time. One way of doing it would be to take always a fresh roast from this last week and cup it next to a roast that was resting and getting older and older and older each time. But that isn't really controlled because that fresh roast over time is actually going to change because we do tweak our roasting profile over time. It's not quite the reference that you think it is. Another way we considered was by putting a roasted coffee in the freezer and cupping that as the fresh roast every week. But that introduces a whole other variable of the freezer. I'm not used to cupping frozen coffee, neither is anybody else, and we thought that would be a bad idea. So we really want to be sure that we're recording and noticing changes or differences to the roast due to having it rest rather than due to having different roast profiles. What we decided to do was to use the Specialty Coffee Association's affective cupping form, which is designed to give a quality score. So it's a number that records the perception of quality of a coffee. And that's always going to be a subjective thing. So what we want to know is, when does the coffee taste the best to us? And when should we recommend that it taste the best to you? We are using the form into its components: sweetness, acidity, mouthfeel, finish, overall, all of its components, giving them a score and then watching how that score changes. And in that way, we hope to be as methodical about our data collection as possible.